Mastering English Idioms. Unpack Sponge Off. Hello, dear friends and language enthusiasts. Today, we're going to dive into the intriguing world of English idioms. Our focus will be on the phrase, sponge off. Whether you're a beginner or advanced in English, understanding idioms can be quite a challenge, but it's also incredibly rewarding. So, let's get started and soak up some knowledge. The phrase, sponge off, is an idiom that paints a vivid picture. When we think of a sponge, we often think of absorption, right? A sponge absorbs or soaks up liquid. Similarly, when someone sponges off another person, it means they are living at the expense of someone else, often without giving anything in return. This phrase usually carries a negative connotation, suggesting a lack of independence or taking advantage of others' generosity. Delving into the past, the idiom, sponge off, likely comes from the idea that a sponge absorbs water without effort. Historically, to sponge meant to live at someone else's expense, and the term has been around for centuries. It suggests a person who doesn't contribute but readily absorbs benefits or resources, much like a sponge does with water. Now, let's see sponge off in action. Here are a few examples. He's been sponging off his friends ever since he lost his job. She doesn't want her cousin to sponge off them when he comes to visit. I need to find a job and stop sponging off my parents. In these sentences, sponge off is used to describe a person who is relying on someone else for support, particularly financial support, and it's implied that this is not a favorable situation. To add more variety to your conversations or writing, here are some synonyms for sponge off. Mooch off, freeload, leech. Each of these terms can be used interchangeably with sponge off, and they all convey a similar sense of one person taking advantage of another's resources or generosity. And that wraps up our exploration of the phrase, sponge off. Remember, idioms are the spices of language, adding flavor and color to our conversations. I hope this video helps you understand and use sponge off with confidence. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more language learning content. Until next time, keep practicing and stay curious.